Call the meeting to order.
Jenkins,
Here.
Harden,
Here.
Hahn,
Here.
McKinley, Pearl. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's no proclamations or public comments. We move immediately to section 1.
Make a motion for the consent agenda.
Second. Call it.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes.
McKinley, Pearl.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Moving on to section 2, unfinished business.
Make a motion to remove from table ordinance 924 parking schedules.
I second it.
Call it.
Harden,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes.
McKinley, Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And I make a motion to approve ordinance 924 parking schedules.
Second. Discussion. Call it.
Hahn,
Yes.
McKinley,
Yes.
Pearl,
No.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden.
Yeah.
Motion carries.
Moves us to section 3, new business.
Make a motion that we accept resolution 2013-25. It's a donation to the Farmer City American Legion to the amount of $1,500. This is for, I believe it was for roof
Generator.
generator, that's right, I'm
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Discussion.
Jerry Beasley's the commander. He came in and said that the generator up there, some mice had gone in, chewed up all the wiring and stuff, and they were having a heck of a time with it. So they had gotten some estimates as high as $6,000 to get their backup generator up and running. He wanted to know if there was any way that the city, since it's a heating and cooling facility, if we could help offset some of the costs. They actually asked for more than that, but that's a figure that we could comfortably give them. So this is to help them try to get the generator put back together.
You say heating and cooling for the summer, whenever, for the
It
winter?
says, yes, if we have an extreme summer, then it's a cooling center, and in the winter, we've taken people up there before it's been stranded motorists and that. So they've opened it up before, they've provided food at no cost to us. They've stayed up there many, many times, and we've had an incident at the school before, and that was a relocation facility. So
When did we ask them to do this in the past? When these things have happened?
yes,
We've asked them, and they've-
yes. Either we have or the county has called them, depending on how it plays out.
Any other discussion? Call it.
McKinley,
yeah.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yeah.
Hahn.
Yep.
Motion carries.
Make a motion to go into executive session with personnel to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, and or performance of specific employees pursuant to section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act, 5 ILCS 22/2C1. And can we do both at once?
Yep.
And also, to discuss purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, 5 ILCS 120-2C5.
Call it.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
McKinley,
Yes.
motion carried.
We are now in executive and open session, and that moves us to the city manager's report.
On August 27th, I finally had a meeting out here at the rest area with IDOT representatives and several people from Bridgeway. Bridgeway is the contractor that runs the IDOT rest area, concerning the portions of the rag mops that have been coming down the sewer. It was kind of difficult to get it through the gentleman's, for the gentleman to understand correctly how these rag mops went down the sewer line. He wanted to come all the way back into Farm City, pop every manhole, check for vandalism and stuff. But after the meeting started to conclude, it looks like he finally came to the conclusion that those are being flushed down the toilets and working their way back in. So it looks like we're going to end up getting a settlement on it. I've asked Sandy to go through all the time cards, go through the bills, and get a good listing on what our expenses have been out here at the Depot Road lift station. Fire hydrants have been flushed. They just actually finished out today out at George Rock Drive and got those done. So they're telling me that all the fire hydrants have been flushed. There was a walkthrough meeting on Plum Street. I think I might have announced that at the last council meeting. We walked down through there. You can see where the street's been painted off. That's where the mill's going to come in and do some work. I don't know if any of you have driven up and down through there since it's been marked and looked at some of those old cast iron castings that's through there. There's several of them that are broke. A couple of them are starting to collapse and fall in. So there has been an increase on the original cost of that project. ADM is called, saying that we're going to do the south part of Plum Street. They're going to have a meeting, and it was actually set for today, but it looks like it's going to be tomorrow. They're wanting to start working from Van Buren north towards the US Route 150. The IMEA meeting is scheduled for September 20th. It's my understanding that the City of Farmer City is going to receive an award from IMEA. Ileana has announced that tentatively they're going to come in on September 16th, do the oil and chip, and shortly thereafter they'll come in and do the asphalt work. And then two different things. Letters were sent out to the property owners for the drainage ditch. Marvin Doble was in here and said that there's very little water in the drainage ditch. Now's a good time to try to get some work done on it. So he's getting one of the property owners down through there to come in for a question and answer session, along with some of the farmers will be here. Some of them that are flipping the bill. They'll be here. That's on September 11th. Those letters have been sent out. And then, as requested at the last council meeting, letters went out to the property owners concerning the sidewalk proposed out along Route 54. I haven't received anything back from that yet. I verbally have heard some, but I've not gotten anything officially. So.
Any questions to the
Yes.
city manager in
Yes,
this
a couple
report?
of things.
Yes.
About the drainage ditch behind, out there in that part of town and
Yes.
everything. Are we paying for this?
No.
I hope not.
No.
Okay, fire hydrant flushing.
Yes.
Now, when we go out and flush these fire hydrants, how are we opening them up? Just open up and let water run out? Or are we really open them up and scouring the main?
What they have been doing is, from what I've seen, is they're opening it up, they're letting them run for X number of minutes until the water
Well,
clears.
Now, Larry, one thing they need to do is they need to open those things up. Open them wide open and let them run for at least 10 minutes. You can't scour the main.
Well, they tell me that they put some more of the, I think it's phosphate, I'm not sure the chemical, they loaded the chemical up, which is the activation to get all that sediment out of there. while they
That's
went
one
around
thing, but
flush.
still, you've got to open the main up to flush it out.
Well,
I've talked to a lot of people about this over the years. You've got to do that. That's one of the bad things it's one of the things that are fault around here about flushing these mains. You've got to take care of it that way. If you don't, you're not going to get them cleaned out.
And I'll let them know that because they're scheduled to get done one more time before cold weather,
Yes.
so.
When, next month?
Well, hopefully it won't be cold in November.
1st November. See,
ADM,
Yes.
you talked to them, are you be doing the be the east side of their office building.
Yes.
Have we talked to them anymore, or they brought up anymore about redoing the railroad tracks on John?
That might come up in the meeting, but I mean, there hasn't been any talk lately.
Any other questions to the city manager and his report? Any non-agenda items in other business?
The shed down there, they're gonna be getting insulated. Has Rick got the okay to go ahead and get everything to get the roof done, installation, all that for the storage shed for all the vehicles?
He's never said anything to me, so.
Can we make sure he gets a budget, lets him know he can order whatever we need to get done?
He was told that the money was put in his budget that he requested to get that done, so.
Send him and go down and tell him that he can go and get it going, and that way we can at least get the ball rolling, because we gotta get the roof fixed on top before we do anything else, because it leaks so much.
Mhm.
So see if we can get that thing rolling first. I very appreciate that.
Okay.
Any other non-agenda items or other business?
Yeah, real quick, I'm sorry, but you have a list of inoperable meters. This is a list that the computer kicks out. These are not all inoperable. I think that if you look at some of them, you could probably eliminate one page. Some people are in the nursing home, some houses are unoccupied. There's a couple that are businesses that have not been opened, so, but this is the list that was requested. I talked to the guys today. There are 18 meters out there available for installation, immediate installation, that are ready to go. They're gonna knock 18 of these off, just for the next couple of days, they told me. And then after that, they'll get the ones scheduled so they get in basements and houses. They're gonna change out the pit meters first.
What kind of meters we're using? Who makes them?
I don't know if they're Badger or who they are, I'm not sure. I don't know who the manufacturer is.
Are we gonna be able to get, in the very near future, get these all fixed? New ones, I don't know what to call them.
Can't tell you, at $120, $130 a water meter, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll knock off as many as we can. There's a couple on here that have to be prioritized because I think that there are a couple businesses on here that would use a decent amount of water, so those will be prioritized.
Any other non-agenda items, other business?
I'd like to bring up, maybe we can start working on getting golf carts, see what we do for golf carts. See what orders we look up and work on.
Where do you want to go with this? Because we've kind of hashed this out over the last incident we had a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago, there was a move to shut it all the way down.
And we've backed off.
We backed off on the actual enforcement. I think what Pat is saying is that the actual promotion
Right.
and allowing golf carts over here. I know this is something that, I think that we can absolutely, maybe even should explore in this community. I think the big holdup, correct me if I'm wrong, Larry, would be the crossing of the highway that comes through town.
The vehicle code says that in order to cross a highway or a county highway, you need to have your written permission. I'm sure that that's just a formality, but that is one thing that needs to be done. So I would imagine you could pass your ordinance in advance. The only problem is everybody's going to see you pass an ordinance, they're going to be out there riding their golf carts. It could be such a thing that we need to get the permission,
Well,
and with specific locations, and
it has to be, I know that probably right in the middle, right before those you got the two curves that come through town.
We already got snowmobile routes, we already got the okay there with the snowmobile route. Why couldn't they not be using it?
Well, you still have to get the permission first, right?
yeah, it's specific on golf carts.
Let's write a letter. I think that is a great ordinance to be put in front of our faces for us to vote on. I know how the community feels on that. Larry, would you pursue a letter?
Yep.
And after the letters, give us the feedback on the response there, and then immediately after, let's look at the ordinance. Get that.
Still require a driver's license.
Yes.
I will be doing all that when we go through and check with everybody else. I think
We
did
had,
that last fall or something like that.
When this came up before, Mac, we had a couple of model ordinances out there that we had copied from other communities. So, tried and tested, so, good way to do it. And then you have to decide what type of a fee you want to assess.
Very good. Any other non-agenda items? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Follow.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
McKinley,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
motion carries.
Meeting adjourned.